Namaste yogis, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. So for today's class, we're going to be working with the fluidity of our joints. I hope I said that right. And you need your chair. You need a blanket maybe on top of the chair, especially if you find that you have long legs. Sometimes you need extra, stack a few more props to get at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to start by, you also need your pillow or your bolster and your extra blankets or blocks. And we're going to start by getting our strap, or remember you can use a scarf or anything really, a belt, so that you can support your body. And so for this one, we're going to get our legs wrapped into that hip distance apart. So before you go onto your chair, you want to have your belt around if you are using a belt, or you can pass a scarf. And so what you want is to tense it enough that when your legs are in full relaxation, you have about a fist distance between the knees. Allow your toes to relax forward instead of moving out to the sides, because our knees are going to be facing forward. We don't want to let the toes flare, because that will be torquing the knees. So just pay attention as to what your toes want to do, and maybe try to bring them slightly in, relaxing your heels forward, right in line with the knees, and maybe your toes slightly inwards, like if we were in Tadasana. And then adjust yourself on the floor. Bring your hands maybe behind your head or behind your neck, and elongate the back of the neck and move your head side to side. Now from here, bring your hands by your sides and take a few moments. We're gonna really take our time here to find that perfect chair shavasana. And by perfect, I mean super comfortable. Sometimes it is hard for the lower back to decompress on the floor. So you can actually take a blanket and fold it and have it right at the edge of your not your sacrum, your tailbone, just tilting your pelvis a little bit, and that will release your back on the floor. And so you don't have to do that, but if you find that your back is always arched, not that it's a bad thing, that's your neutral back, but for this pose, we are actually looking to decompress it. All right, so once you find that perfect spot, bend your elbows and bring them close to your body. You're gonna close your hands into soft fists and bring your ring fingers together. You're gonna bring your ring fingers to touch. See if that works for you. Ring fingers touching here. And you wanna place your hands maybe at the solar plexus, relaxing the elbows. If you find that your elbows are they're off the ground and you feel like you need to put a lot of effort into keeping this hand position, then you may place your blocks under your elbows or your extra blankets by yourself so that you feel very comfortable. So just so that you can see what I mean, you can have your blankets or blocks if you have blocks at home. Make sure that you fold them at the same height if you're using the support under your legs, so that your shoulders are not crooked. Because if you end up with one arm higher, well, you know what's gonna do to the rest of the body. So close your hands and see if you can release the ring finger, and then bring the ring fingers together at the center of the solar plexus, palms facing down, and relax here. Anamika Mudra will help us with the fluidity of the joints. It will work with our second chakra, or the sacrum chakra, which is also known as Svadhisthana. Remember that the chakras are energetic centers, and each of them have a different effect in the body and in our consciousness. And they are located along the spine. So the first chakra is known as the root chakra, and that is at the base of the spine, the genital area. And then below the navel, we have a second chakra, also known as Svadhisthana chakra. This is the sacrum, or this is the chakra of they call it in yoga like, this is the box of the soul, they say. Here's where we hold onto the emotions. This chakra, the second chakra that we're working with today, it's also the chakra of fluidity, is the chakra of water. It supports the urinary system. It supports your connection with your inner voice or your inner teacher. Svadhisthana chakra is also a chakra that can help you to lubricate your joints so that you can gain mobility. Pay attention to your hand. If this hand position is very uncomfortable, maybe you have finger arthritis on your hands or fingers. If that is the case, I offer you another chakra, another mudra. So if this mudra is uncomfortable, I think I said chakra. If this mudra is uncomfortable, so you're going to rest your right hand on the floor, palm facing up, and you are welcome to place your hand on your blanket if you want. Make a cup, and your left hand will be right below the navel, making a cup with it. This chakra, this mudra also works with this energy center. So if you already have worked with Svadhisthana mudra and you like that one better, you're welcome to go into that one. If you want to try our new mudra, which is Anamika mudra, you can do that by bringing the tips of your ring fingers together, resting your hands on the solar plexus. You make sure that whichever mudra you choose is comfortable enough that you can focus on your breath. Pay attention to on your feet. Relax your toes, foot soles. Relax the top of your feet. Relax your ankles. Soften the knees. Let your thighs be relaxed. Relax your hips. Relax your shoulders. Notice if you feel crooked, if you feel that you are closer to the floor on one side. Reconnect with your breath. Sometimes you can shift and find that balance, but once you relax, you might notice that your body goes back to the habitual place, and that's okay. We use gravity to just bring the body back to center. So don't force anything right now, just observe. Let your shoulders be heavy. Relax your arms and hold your mudra with intention. Not tense, yet firmly. Relax your neck, your jaw. Relax your face. Relax your eyes and breathe. You just observe the breath. You don't need to control it now. If you like working with your imagination and you like to open your third eye, with your physical eye still closed, we're going to visualize energy moving through the nostrils and infusing the area of the pelvis, the whole region, the front, the sides, the back. And when you exhale, visualize the energy, removing all those blockages, all that that stale energy that you don't need there anymore. Now as you breathe in, you infuse and nourish your pelvic region. And as you breathe out, remember you let go of the toxins and all of the energy you don't need to carry around anymore. A couple of breaths like this. Take one more breath here, full deep breath. And when you are ready, release your mudras, relax your hands on the floor or your hand on the floor. Wiggle your fingers, watch your breath. On your next inhalation, extend your palms, your fingers, flex your feet, and spread your toes. As you exhale, curl the toes, close your hands into tight fists. Inhale, spread your toes, tense, spread your fingers, tense. Don't use your shoulders, don't use your legs to help your toes and fingers. As you exhale, curl the fingers, curl the toes. Inhale, spread, tense. Keep your face and your jaw relaxed. Keep your abdomen relaxed. Exhale, curl into fists, your feet and your hands. And spread and tense. And exhale, close and curl. Last one, spread and tense. And exhale, close, curling toes and fingers. Relax and observe. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Take a few moments. And when you're ready, wiggle your toes and move your feet side to side. I'm gonna move the chair away just slightly, not all the way, so that your legs are extended. So you're gonna rest your heels on the edge of the chair. Make sure that you're well supported, and then your legs don't fall. Look at your feet, and you want to have about fist distance between the toes, heels slightly wider apart. Notice how that puts the mat on your lumbar spine, and your back is all, probably arched again. So we're gonna let it be. Bring your hands by your sides comfortably. You can go at a T position, you can go at a star pose posture. Just find somewhere along the mat that will support your shoulders. You're gonna relax your knees, If you know that you hyperextend your knees and your knees are kind of bowing towards the floor, then in that case, you're not going to let your legs stay on the chair. You're going to bring your feet down onto the floor. And we're going to have full extension of the hamstrings here. And we're still going to try to work into tucking the tailbone, so or releasing the lower back. So actually, you may tuck your tailbone and then extend your legs. So you want to still keep your toes pointing straight forward. Don't let them flare. So checking in with your knees. If there is no problem with you to have full extension here, we're going to let gravity take over to extend our hamstrings. So what happens is that we have many tendencies and we have many disparities in the body. So some of us, if actually take a look at the knees, will notice that maybe one knee bends more than the other. One leg feels more a little straighter than the other. So when you notice that, that extra bend on your knee, when you walk, it seems or it feels like you have a shorter leg, but it's just that one leg has tighter muscles, and then it makes you limp. Sometimes the limp is just very minimum, but it's enough that after a while it starts rotating your pelvis, and also it creates a lot of pressure and pressure on your joints, on your knees. So this will help to first remove that extra bend on the leg that you have. You want to make sure this is not upsetting your knees. If so, rest your legs on the floor. This is also a very nice way to get that nice circulation for your legs. So if you have super tired legs syndrome or varicose veins, this is going to help. Restless legs syndrome. Deep breathing here. One of the things, if you have the tendency to roll your toes out, not letting them do that, it will start creating some effect in your legs. It will start getting, you're gonna feel some energy going on. Pay attention where. Set your feet, your lower legs, around the knees, your thighs, your hips. Once you derotate your joints, where do you feel that? Is there any part of your body that is tensing right now? Set your shoulders, your hands, can you relax them? How about your tummy? Can you soften your tummy and let it expand as you breathe in? And fall as you breathe out. Are your glutes active? Are they trying to help the legs or the hips? Can you let them go? We'll take one more breath here, full deep breath. And on your next inhalation, wiggle your toes, move your feet side to side. Be mindful, bend your knees, and bring your foot soles onto the floor. Take a few moments here. You can readjust your hips if you like. I'm gonna move towards the top of my mat. Now, the next one, you can have one of your blankets if you have it handy, or your pillow if you want more height. Fold it. A block will also work. Bring that prop right under your glutes. So you want to make sure that it's helping you to tilt your pelvis into a posterior position. So that means that you're tucking the tailbone, your pubic bone is higher than the hip bones. Bring your knees up, keep the strap where it is. Bring your hands towards the sky and bring your legs a little higher. Roll your shoulders. You're not going to like this one. Now, close your hands into soft fists. And when you are ready, rotate your feet and your fists towards the right. And do 40 circles. Count your own. Really, really go into the edges of stretch of your hands. And pay attention if your hands and your feet, they want to work together and go and move on the same direction. So sometimes you're going to notice that the hands, both they want to go in or out rather than both going on the same direction. So notice if your hands or your feet are not wanting to do that. And the other thing you might notice is that you're moving the whole arms, that you want the movement to come right from the ankles and from the wrists rather than the whole legs, from the hips or the shoulders or knees or elbows. So you do 40 on one direction. And when you are done, you're going to relax your knees, shake the tension, and we go again and rotate and do 40 on the opposite direction. And see if you can move fast, but breathe slowly. When you are done with your 40 on each direction, you're going to relax your feet, shake the tension of your feet and your hands. Take your time. If 40 is too much, you can do less, of course, and we build up to 40. This is really, really good for our joints. Now, last one, bring your hands up towards the sky. Close your hands into soft fists. And when you're ready, toes are pointing towards the sky. Feel the stretch at the front of your legs and your ankles. And your knuckles are going to point towards your knees. Top of the hands face up. As you exhale, flex your feet and your wrists. So your palms are facing up. Inhale, point. Knuckles forward. Exhale, flex. 40 of those. And remember, you work at your own pace, so if you can do this fast, you may do that. Try to keep your elbows, don't let the elbows do the work. Try to keep your elbows at the same bend, whether you are fully extending or micro bending. And you might feel your shins on fire right now. I do. Make sure you are breathing. You can take your breaks if you need to. And when you are done with your 40 toe flexes, release and shake all the tension from your feet, your hands. You can hold onto the strap if you want. You can hold onto the back of the legs. Bring your knees together this time. And we're going to move the feet in circles. Just the feet. Try to keep your knees. So this is a little bit of movement for your knees, but gentle. We're not putting pressure. So we do 10 on one direction and then 10 on the opposite direction. So trying to keep your inner thighs together, creating the movement from the lower legs, without getting to a place where it torques or it cracks. So you do 10 and 10, and when you are done, come back to center and breathe. You can keep your knees bent. You can hold with the strap. Bring them close to the chest. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Perfect. Now when you are ready, gonna take the strap, put it down onto your right foot sole. And move it towards the ball of the foot. Left leg, you can release the foot sole on the floor. If it's okay for your hip, extend your leg on the floor. So your knee is not gonna touch the floor, and that's okay. You can bend the knee a little bit or a lot, not a problem with that. Now we're gonna work with the hip joint. So when you are ready, inhale your toes out, flex your foot, exhale toes in. So we do 10 of those. Inhale out, exhale in is 1. Make sure the movement comes right from the thigh bone, not from the ankle, not from the knee anymore, but right from the hip socket. When you are done with your 10 rounds, come back to center, hold the strap with your right hand. Now watch it. You can bring your left hand to your hip, inhale slowly, leg out. You don't have to go all the way, you guys. And exhale, leg in. Inhale out, and when I say in, it's just a little bit, the glute stays on the blanket. Inhale out, 10 of these ones, by the way. And exhale in. Make sure that you're flexing that foot, and then you are not pinching the hip. That's important. Don't let your pelvis go out to the side with the leg to the best of your ability. Give yourself enough length with the strap. When you are done with your 10, come back to center. Take a moment here. Still holding the strap with the right hand. We're gonna start moving the leg into a circular motion inwardly. So towards the left, moving in. And so you do 10 circles. And you go as big of a circle as your leg allows, as your hip allows. When you are done with your 10, come back to center. Take a few moments here. Readjust. And now we're going to do 10 more circles on the opposite direction. So when you are ready, start doing smaller circles and continue. 10 of those. Make sure you are breathing. When you are done with your 10, come back to center. Breathe. With control, you may take your strap down, release your leg onto the floor, hands by your sides, palms up. Observe. Notice if you catch any difference between your right leg and your left leg. Maybe your right leg feels closer to the floor now. Maybe it feels longer, lighter, or something else. Now when you're ready, bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor. You can readjust your body in the blanket, on the blanket if you need to. And take the strap and place it on the ball of the left foot. Remember, if you went into extension of the left leg, you're going to do the same thing with the right. Just relax your leg. Don't worry if it touches the floor, not important. Flex your foot. Make sure your hips are okay here and your lower back. And when you're ready, inhale, toes out to the left, and exhale, toes in. That was 1. 10 of those. Inhale out, exhale in. Count your own. Movement comes right from your hip, not from the knee, not from the ankle. The whole leg moves with the foot. And when you are done with your 10, come back to center. You're holding the strap. And if you weren't, you hold the strap with the left hand. Flexing the foot. When you inhale, leg goes out. And when you exhale, leg goes to the right. Keep your glutes on the floor, 10 of those, or on the blanket. Inhale out and exhale, cross. When you are done with your 10, come back to center. We'll take a few moments here. Still foot is flexed. We're going to do 10 circles inwardly. 10 of those, start small, and then start checking in with your hip. And you start bringing the circle a little higher until you find, a little bigger, until you find the range of motion that works with your hip. If you are experiencing any torquing sensation, any pinching going on along the hip, the knee, it's too big of a circle, it's not worth it. Make sure you adjust to a size that works today. And when we don't force the body eventually gives us more. If we force it, the body's stubborn and it will stop giving you, actually it will give you less than it was giving you normally. So be mindful. We're going to do the circles on the opposite direction, so 10 of those. And you give yourself enough length of the strap when you find that it's working for you, that size is working for you. You use the strap for support, but really the leg, the hip is the one doing the work, not the leg. Well, the leg is semi-engaged, but not a whole lot. And when you are done with your 10, you're gonna slowly come back to center. And release the strap, take it out, and release the foot down. Hands by your sides, palms facing up, watch your breath. When you are ready, bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor, take your blanket out of the way, move onto your favorite side, and take a few moments here. You're going to use your tuck hand to slowly help yourself up, coming up onto your seated position. Now, from your seated position, you may sit on your pillow or on your blanket. You could also have blankets for extra support under your knees if you would like. You don't have to, but really make sure that whatever props you use, this is supportive of you, it feels all right. Okay. Crossing your legs, maybe bring your left leg in front of the right just so that we keep track and we use the hips evenly. Shoulders back and down. Lengthen through the spine. We'll take a few moments here. I'm going to start bringing now the movement into the spine. Bring your hands by your sides, fingertips on the floor. Inhale, lengthen through the spine here. Bring your left arm up. Exhale, side bend towards your right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, rotate your torso to the right. Hand maybe on the knee, on the right knee. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, rotate. 3 more of this. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Don't let your knee come off the floor. A little bit is more. Inhale, come up. Rotate. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Little to no weight on the hands. See how that works on that right hand. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Hand on your thigh. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale, up. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center, shoulders back and down. Lean back, extend your legs, move them side to side. Cross your legs the other way, this time the right foot in front, or right leg in front. Shoulders back and down, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and bring your right arm up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, rotate. Left hand back, right hand on your thigh. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend left. Little to no weight on the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. And inhale back to center and exhale, shoulders back and down. Take a few moments here. We keep the right leg in front, hands on your knees. Inhale, send your pubic bone down. Arch your back into a cow stretch. Remember, there is a sway on the back. Send your chest forward. Maybe hinge from the hips, lean forward. Elbows are bent in towards your body. Exhale, tuck your tailbone round your back, look down. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down. Check in with your neck. If this doesn't feel right for your neck, we don't do it. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Extend your legs. Shake the tension off. We're going to cross again. This time the left leg in front of the right. And we'll do 5 more breaths. Cat-cows. Inhale, forward. And exhale, tuck the tailbone round your back. Friedel used to call this ones camel rides. So you follow your breath, and when you're done with your 5 rounds, you're going to slowly come back to center, back to an upright position on the inhalation. And take a few moments here. And take your props aside and find your way onto your tabletop position. Now, from tabletop, it really depends what's working best for your knees. So if you can sit back on your heels and that works okay for the knees, you may do that. If not, you can have your pillow or the rest of your blankets and sit on them. Your knees can be slightly or a lot apart, depending what feels right for your hips. From here, bring your hands onto the floor, and we're going to try to stay connected, whether it's to our props or to the heels, depending what the knees and the hips are saying. Bring your hands in front of you. And as you take your next inhalation, bring your right arm up. Follow the hand with the gaze if that works with your neck. Don't force it though. You can keep your gaze anywhere along this road that works well for your neck, all right? So when you exhale, bend your left elbow and bring your hand right under the left arm and bring your temple towards the floor, your right temple. It may not touch, don't worry. Next time you inhale, come up, Rotate your torso, gaze maybe up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Maybe don't touch the floor. See how that works for your core, for your hips and your shoulder. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the connection, whether it is with your heels or your prop, if you can, with your seats. And last one. And inhale up. And exhale, release. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side, watching with the neck, for the neck. Inhale, left arm up, maybe gaze follows the hand. And exhale, thread the needle. Temple maybe touches the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe don't touch. If that works for you, you don't have to. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Inhale. And release your hand in front of you. Shoulders back and down a few times. Rest your elbows onto the floor. Stack your fist, forehead down. Breathe. Take one more breath, full deep breath. And the next time you inhale, bring your hands under the shoulders. And as you exhale, slowly push yourself up. Walk towards the front of the mat for tabletop. Maybe put your blankets away. Press the mat away from you. Draw your shoulder blades away from each other. Hollow up your chest and your armpits. Now from here, curl the toes under. Exhale, draw the navel in, pull it up towards your rib cage, pick up the knees, and push your chest back towards your thighs. Breathe here. You're still hollowing up your armpits. You're still moving your shoulder blades away from each other. Push the mat down and forward. Breathe deeply. If this is putting any pressure on your eyes, on your temples, simply doesn't feel right, bring your knees down, rest your elbows on the floor. Push the mat away from you with your arms, your forearms. Keep the back of the head in line with the spine. And maybe push your hands down and forward. So your chest kind of move towards the thighs, just like you would do in downward dog. Those of you who are still in downward facing dog, we're going to take 3 more breaths here. One more breath. And the next time you inhale, go back to your knees. If you were on your elbows, push yourself up onto tabletop position. Now everyone from tabletop, move the hands back towards the knees. Rotate your shoulders back and down. And from here, we're going to move up slowly and mindfully. Take one foot forward, curl the back toes under, hands on your thigh, and step forward. And shake the tension off. And you're gonna take your props and put them out of the way, but do get your chair. All right, so then we don't trip on that. Perfect. Now from here, just have your chair to the side. Find your Tadasana and hold on to the side of the chair. So you're gonna put the chair on the left side. I should have started by saying that. Awesome. Now when you are ready, bend your right knee, put the weight onto the left foot. So sideways will look something like this. So your foot sole is facing back and your knees are closer together. Your standing toes are not gripping, so you might even lift them and maybe even spread them out. Hold onto the chair. Pubic bone pushes forward, so it's balanced, your pelvis is balanced. And when you're ready, kick that foot sole back as you inhale. Now, when you kick your foot sole back, you either try to go really far back and hinge forward or go into a deep back bend, and we don't want either of those. So even if the kick is very minimum, you're gonna really engage your bum, your hamstring. Breathe here. And back in. So we'll do 3 more. Inhale, kick back. And exhale in. 2 more. Inhale, kick back without arching your back. Exhale in. See what your standing foot is doing. And when you are done with your 5, release your foot, walk it out. And put your chair on the other side. Squeeze your bum. Bring that left foot up, flex your foot. Balance your weight, do not hinge onto your right hip. And kick your foot back as you inhale. And bring it in as you exhale. And again, kick it back as you inhale. And remember, we're not letting the ribcage flare. We're not arching the back. We're really getting ourselves into that neutral place, even if the leg doesn't kick back. And back in. 3 more. Notice how much you are tensing that hand on the chair. See if you can use it less and less. And when you are done with your 5 on this side as well, you're gonna release your knee down, walk it out, and shake the tension off. Awesome job. Take your chair out of the way. Bring your feet about maybe a foot distance apart, maybe mat width apart if you like. Squeeze your buttocks, relax your shoulders back and down. Inhale your arms out to the sides at a T position. Now, as you exhale, really squeezing the bum, rotate towards the right. So the rotation is not all the way so that you take your hip with you. So keep your hips facing forward to the best of your ability and rotate just from your waist. Inhale back to center, shoulder blades together. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Once again, check in with your hip. Toes might be lifted. Breathing here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate. If you start feeling your neck, you're not using your shoulder blades, so it's important that you look after them. Exhale to the other side. We're gonna do 2 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Watch for your pelvis. Last one on each side. Exhale, rotate. Inhale. Shoulder blades together and down, and exhale, rotate. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release, walk it out, and shake the tension off. Perfect. We're going back up. Squeeze your bum. Pubic bone, hip bones are at the same level. You can keep your left hand on your hip if you like. Inhale, bring your arm up behind you, and we're gonna circle the arm forward. Inhale, up. And make the sound ha. Inhale, up behind you. 8 more. When you are done with your 8 rounds, release, roll your shoulder back and under. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Squeeze your bum, hand behind you. Friedel used to call this one the roller coaster. So inhale your arm behind, and ha. And inhale up, and ha. And 8 more for a total of 10. And you want to make sure that you're not doing it like with all the strength. You just let the arm go. This is great for your shoulder if you suffer from shoulder arthritis. So it's really good for lubricating, creating space right in between the joints. Shake the tension off your feet. And we're going to do one round on each side, but this time we move backwards. So once again, sip your tummy, bring your navel in, zip it up. Draw the navel in between, or not in between, but inside your ribcage, like if you were trying. Imagine you have a cord that is pulling your navel in and then is pulling it up. So you're not just drawing the navel in and rounding, so you're really elongating. The other thing you want to think is lift the pelvic floor muscles, like if you were holding going to the bathroom, okay? Feet are active, squeeze, and we're going backwards. You can keep your hand on the hip or release it down. See what works better for you. Inhale, right arm up, and it will feel different. Inhale, 8 more. And when you're done with your 8, release, and we'll do the other side when you're ready. Inhale forward. And Inhale forward. And circle back. 8 more. And when you are done, relax your shoulders back and down. Maybe bring your feet closer together in Tadasana. Observe your breath, shoulders back and down. Do not miss the sensations of the breath. This is the best part. Don't let your mind wander. How is your balance? Can you close your eyes and still be still here on your Tadasana? We'll take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, tuck your chin onto your chest, blink your eyes open, and we're gonna return onto a seated position. Any cross-legged position will do, no fancy way to get there. And once you get onto your position, roll your shoulders back and down, ground yourself, take a few moments here. You can use all of your props to sit up tall. If this hurts you in any way, being seated on the floor, you can sit on your chair as well. So do not hesitate in changing your position. Now we're gonna work with the upper body still. You're gonna reach your hands in front of you. So this is inspired in the Alzheimer's series, but we're not going to do it from the back. Have your elbows maybe at the level of the shoulders, shoulders back and down. Keep your nose pointing straight forward and try to stack your shoulders over the hips. Inhale deeply here and elongate your spine, pressing your body down, your legs, your glutes. But think about that cord that comes from the crown of the head and pulls you up. The next time you exhale, bring your elbows towards your right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, elbows to the left. That's 1 round. Now do 5 rounds on your own. You may close your eyes. Don't rotate your torso with the elbows. Don't go into a twist. This is a stretch for your shoulders. You want some movement here on your elbows. When you are done with your rounds, finish them all, you're going to release your hands on the floor, on your legs. Roll your shoulders back and down and breathe. We're going to cross again. So this time might feel a little odd, so if you went one way, try to cross the other way so it doesn't feel natural to you. Shoulders back and down. You can also switch your legs actually. Stay even. Now inhale here, and as you exhale, elbows go to the left, nose goes along with the elbows. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Nose goes to the elbows. That's one round. Count 5 on your own. When you finish with your 5, release your hands on your knees or your lap and watch your breath. Maybe create a fluid motion that matches the pace of your breath. If you are feeling your neck, you're not using your shoulder blades. Relax your shoulders back and down. You may cross your legs the other way when you're ready. Hold onto the elbows. Once again, this time feels normal to you. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, center, and as you exhale, elbows to the right, gaze maybe to the left. If this bothers your neck, don't worry about it. You can continue to follow the elbows with your nose or keep your head or your face forward, all right? Inhale back to center. Exhale, elbows to the left, nose to the right. That's one round. Count 5 on your own. You hold the elbows if the shoulders, hands allow. If not, hold whatever is available to you. When you are done, release your hands, relax your shoulders back and down. Switch legs. And bring your fingertips to the floor. Tuck your chin onto your chest and move it side to side across the collarbone. Nice movement for your cervical spine. Don't overdo it. If you find spots of tension, you can hang out there a little longer. Move your head. Maybe it's the center. Maybe it's the side. Just really checking in. What is your body telling you, where you can spend some more time to get rid of that tension. Tension on the upper back and neck, energetically speaking, is linked with all those trouble that we carry from people that we care about, people, our loved ones. This is the daily baggage, if you like. It's like back in the day when you used to go to school with that huge backpack. So think about, this is the backpack, and here in your upper back and neck, you put all around the upper shoulders, the top of the shoulders, you put all of that baggage, all of those things that you want to fix. Not just in your life, but those around you. So maybe removing a little bit of that baggage can make a big difference. When you're ready, come back to center. Bring your gaze forward. Release your hands. Relax your shoulders back and down. Now the next one, you want to be super careful, especially if you have neck problems. So I'll show you. So bring your hands by your sides, throw your shoulder blades together, interlace your fingers at the back of the neck. So like right at the base of the head, between the head and the neck. That's where you're gonna place. That's where you're gonna place your hands, and your thumbs will go down through the neck. Push your elbows back and draw your shoulder blades down. So it's very important that you engage your shoulders and blades to protect the neck, all right? Now from here, with your legs crossed, press the elbows back, lift the collarbone, and let the head fall back on your hands. And you check how far you can take your head. Breathe. Now from here, move your shoulders, your elbows side to side, getting a gentle movement through the neck. Your thumbs are pressing gently on the sides of the neck, gently. Gaze may be up, so this is also an exercise for your eyes. And see if you can do just the head. If you have neck problems, continue with the whole movement. And when you are ready, you're gonna slowly come back to center, press your elbows back, and push your head forward, tuck your chin, and gently press the elbows back. So feel the extension of the back of the neck. Please watch it, don't overdo it. Press the elbows back, that's important. This is gonna engage those blades and will protect your neck. Now when you are ready, inhale, come back to center, and exhale, release, shoulders back and down. And we are done. We're gonna relax on our back, so find your way onto your Shavasana, and you are welcome to have your bolster under the knees if you like. Bring your hands by your sides, palms facing up. If you want, you can go onto your butterfly position, foot soles together, knees flare. Having support under your knees is nice, especially if you have any knee or hip concern. And you still get that hip opener effect that this butterfly position has. It also puts some demand on your lower back, so you'll find that there is more neutrality to it. And finally, make sure that your rib cage is grounded. Relax your hands and breathe. Don't let your mind wander. Notice the flow of prana, notice the breath. Ultimately, all the hard work that you might have endured today or in any practice are meant to unlock your flow of prana. And here is where we truly are able to tell. On your next breath, very mindfully, bring your knees up, extend your legs. You can keep your legs on the prop if you like, or take your prop aside and relax your legs on the floor. Relax your jaw and your face. Don't let your mind wander. Relax feet, legs. Relax glutes, hips, and shoulders. Relax your back, your frontal body, your tummy, your chest. Relax your arms and hands. Relax your neck, your jaw, your face. If you need more time here on Shavasana, you can pause the video, take as long as you need. Otherwise, we'll take 2 more breaths here. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Move your feet, hands. Stretch your arms overhead. Tense every muscle from toes to fist. Prune face, squeeze your bum. Tight, tight fist. Tight, tight, tight. And release. Again, inhale, flex or point. Tense, tense, tight, tight legs, glutes. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, stretch and tense. All tensions go to the hands. Prune face. When you're ready, let all tension go. And find your way onto your favorite side when you're ready. Take a few moments here. Use your top hand to help yourself up on your next exhalation. And we're going to sit maybe on our prop, maybe cross-legged, or any seated position that works for you. Once you are comfortable, bring your hands together in Namaste. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw, your face. Close your lips, your mouth, but have a bit of space between your teeth and your lips. Hands together in Namaste. And just notice how you feel. How are you breathing? See, as yogis, that might tell you more as how are you doing? Better maybe we ask ourselves, how am I breathing? Because that will reflect in our mindset, it will reflect in our emotional state. So if we find that the mind and the emotions are out of control, let them be. Draw your awareness and begin by controlling your breath. We're going to seal our practice with Om. We'll take a breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to Om. Observe. Remember, the Om is the mantra that helps us to connect with our true nature. Our true nature is joy and bliss. We get glimpses of that every now and then. It's also our connection to each other and a connection to the divine energy or universal energy or God or whatever you would like to call that higher power. Relax your jaw, your face. Inhale to the top of the lungs, expand. Side out. Inhale. Side out. Last one, breathe in. Let all tension out. Tuck your chin onto your chest, blink your eyes open, rub your hands together, building up extra good vibes. Shower yourself with them all around you and shake off tensions and stresses that you don't need to take with you throughout your day. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, yogis. Namaste.